They say that deep in the heart of the Olorun Valley, where the skies stretched endlessly and the rivers sang old songs, there lived a woman who could plant stars. No one knew where she came from, and no one dared question her magic. But every night, as the world drifted into sleep, she would step into the darkness, scatter her hands across the heavens, and the sky would bloom with new stars. For years, the villagers whispered about her. Some called her a goddess, others a witch. But there was one thing they all agreed on. No one ever saw her work, and no one knew where her power came from. Only the stars remained as proof of her existence. Among the villagers was a young boy named Kofi. Unlike the others, he wasn't afraid of the woman. Instead, he was fascinated by her. He had spent countless nights watching the sky, wondering how she did it. And so one evening, he made up his mind he would find her and ask her to teach him how to plant stars. He waited until the village fell silent and followed the faint shimmer of light leading into the hills. After what felt like hours, he saw her, a tall woman, cloaked in silver robes, her hands glowing with the dust of the cosmos. She was standing before a vast, empty field, lifting handfuls of sparkling dust and scattering them into the sky. "Are you a goddess?" Kofi blurted out before he could stop himself. The woman turned, her golden eyes twinkling like the very stars she planted. "No," she said with a smile. "I am simply someone who believes in what others think is impossible." Kofi frowned. "But how do you do it? How do you create stars?" The woman studied him for a moment, then gestured for him to sit. "Tell me, Kofi, what do you think stars are?" Kofi hesitated. "They are lights in the sky." The woman chuckled. "Stars are dreams, Kofi. They are the hopes of those who dare to believe in something greater than themselves. The reason I can plant them is because I believe I can." Kofi's mind raced. Could it really be that simple? Could belief itself create something so magnificent? The woman held out a handful of shimmering dust. "Try," she said. Kofi hesitated, but took the dust into his hands. He lifted them toward the sky and threw the dust with all his might. But nothing happened. The sky remained dark. His shoulders slumped. It didn't work. The woman knelt beside him. "Do you believe you can plant stars, Kofi?" He looked at her. I don't know. That is why it didn't work." She stood, her silver robes shimmering under the moonlight. "The only thing stopping you is your own doubt. Come back when you truly believe." Kofi returned to the village, his mind restless. He spent days thinking about the woman's words. Every night, he tried again, throwing the dust into the sky, but nothing happened. And then one night, as he stood beneath the endless sky, he remembered something his grandmother had once told him. The greatest magic lies not in your hands, but in your heart. Kofi took a deep breath and closed his eyes. He imagined the stars forming from his fingertips, rising into the sky like fireflies. He believed, not just with his mind, but with every part of him. He threw the dust. This time the sky shimmered. Tiny golden specks appeared where there had once been only darkness. Kofi gasped. He had done it. He ran back to the woman, excitement in his eyes. "I did it! I planted a star!" The woman smiled. "And what did you learn?" "That belief is the secret," Kofi said. "Not just wanting something, but truly believing in it." The woman nodded. "Many people wait for miracles, but few realize that the greatest miracles come from within." From that night on, Kofi became the boy who planted stars. The villagers no longer whispered about the mysterious woman, for they had seen proof with their own eyes. And Kofi, once just an ordinary boy, had become something greater, not because of magic, but because he had finally learned the most powerful lesson of all: believe in yourself, and the impossible will become possible.